uh, Professor Dr. Ravikant Sangude sir, who is the director of the Center for Hindu Studies. And I welcome him and I request him to give opening remarks.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्म सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभीर विपालयन्तम लक्ष्मी सहस्त्र सदसंभ्रव सेव्यमानं गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि. So, on behalf of Center for Hindu Studies, I welcome one and all. Thank you very much, Madhavi Madam, for giving me this opportunity. Today we are celebrating the Navratri, that is the festival of the incarnation of Devi, or the great goddess Mahadevi, is the supreme mother goddess representing primordial female energy, Shakti, and the source of all incarnation. Her complete story is not a single narrative, but a collection of historical events and description showcasing her multifaceted nature as both a benevolent nurturer and fierce warrior who destroyed demons like Mahishasur. Devi is the embodied of all Hindu goddesses, including Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati, and is central to tales of cosmic order, embodying the power necessary for cycle of creation and destructions. So today, the first day of the Navaratri, Ma Shailaputri, the daughter of mountain king Himwat, she represents strength, stability, and the pure, innocent beginning of spiritual life. She is the reincarnation of Mother Sati, Lord Shiva's consort. The day 2 of Navaratri signifies the aesthetic form of goddess, that is Ma Brahmacharini, representing penance, devotion, and steadfast will needed to achieve spiritual liberations. Depicted wearing a white sari and holding a rosary and water pot, that is Kamandalu, in her hand. Day 3 is Ma Chandraghanta. Known for her readiness for battle, she rewards courage and bravery while destroying evil. Her name comes from the crescent moon on her forehead that resemble a bell. She has 10 hands wielding weapons and rides a tiger. Day 4, Ma Kushmanda, believed to have created the universe with her divine smile. She is the source of all energy. Her name signifies the cosmic egg, Kushmanda. Her has 8 hands and rides on a lion. Day 5, we welcome Skanda Mata as the mother of the war god Skanda, Kartikeya. She represents the fierce, protective, and compassionate aspect of motherhood. Worshipping her blesses devotees with both her and her son's grace, holds the infant Skanda in her lap, and rides on a lion. Day 6, we worship Kateyani Mata, the warrior form of goddess who was created from the combined anger of the gods to defeat the demon Mahishasur. She embodied strength and righteous anger, rides on a lion and has multiple arms wielding weapons. On day 7, we worship Kalaratri, the most violent form of the goddess. She is the destroyer of darkness and ignorance. Despite her fierce appearance, she blessed her devotee with auspiciousness and courage, earning the name Shubhankari. She has a dark complexion, disabled hair, and rides on a donkey. Day 8, Ma Mahagauri, known for her serene beauty and extreme fairness. She represents purity, tranquility, and wisdom. Her story tells how she regained her fair complexion after severe penance. She wears white clothes and rides on a white bull or oak. And on the day 9, we worship Ma Siddharthi. So the grantor of all supernatural power. Worshipping her brings fulfill and perfection, completion, the cycle of Navdurga worship. So definitely we are very blessed to have this 9 days of Durga's appearance on the earth, and worshipping Durga is like worshipping the whole creation. So thank you very much, Madhavi Narsalay madam, for giving me an opportunity to open this very beautiful beginning of the 9 days. So thank you and welcome on behalf of Center for Hindu Studies to one and all. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Madhavi madam.
So, thank you, Ravikant sir, uh, for the opening remarks and taking us through the 9 days of Navaratri. And yeah, so for those don't know us, Dr. Ravikant sir is the director of the Center for Hindu Studies, and I am the deputy director of the Center for Hindu Studies. And this is a center which has been established by the University of Mumbai, following the guidelines of the University Grants Commission. And we run courses of MA in Hindu Studies, MA Kirtan Shastra,
Ma'am,
the postgraduate diploma
I
course in temple
I already
management,
joined, but
and
how
there
can
are
I
many
just
online.
continue from yours? So we can hear
Sorry,
all the voices.
sorry. Yeah, please be mute. Yeah, and also there are online courses on the Bhagavad Gita. So, you can get in touch with us at any point of time, and you will get the information. And since now you are connected with us, we plan to have number of other lecture series also, or other activities. We'll keep you posted. So the opening lecture is by myself. Uh, it is about the evolution of Devi. Uh, so uh, 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 are the slides visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, they
Yes,
are.
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Yeah. Then can you see the next slide?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. This is the
The
Navratri
mega full
special.
screen, full screen, mega full screen, na? So it will be good.
Okay, I'll make us full screen.
F5,
Yeah.
F5.
Yeah.
Or there is an icon on the top. This is good.
Icon
Yes,
on the top is seen. Mumbai
yes,
University
yes,
icon. Yeah.
yes.
So it is about how has uh, see, goddess has existed since time immemorial. So how has goddess worship evolved? Or it has been since thousands and thousands of years. So whatever fathomable knowledge we have tried to gather that. And so there are certain figurines which are seen through archaeological excavations, and where you see this as the mother goddess. So these are the figurines which were excavated in Europe, and these are the figurines which were excavated in certain excavations in India. And so this is the Lajja Gauri, the image which shows that the organs which indicate motherhood. So what are we worshipping exactly? We are worshipping motherhood. See, in our worship, we have the Garba, right? And in Garba, we have the pot and the lamp inside it. So that symbolizes the womb, and the lamp inside it symbolizes the fetus. So that is fertility, that is motherhood. In certain communities, especially in Maharashtra, we call it as Ghatasthapana. So we have a pot filled with mud, and we sow grains, and the grains keep growing for 9 days. So that is also fertility. So you see that this is the celebration of fertility, as it is the season of harvest. So initially, the worship of the mother began being associated with creation. So creation of a child, or the creation of crops. So you can see, so through and you can see this across the world, and therefore the depictions of which are excavated show prominent organs of fertility. Now, in the Vedas also, in Vedic Dharma, in our Sanatan Vedic Dharma, we have the Yajna, and this is the Vedi. Now, the Vedi is also regarded as the Mother Earth. And I will tell you that for creation of the Vedi, the number of different types of soils being gathered, and then the Vedi is created. Now you have a home in the house, and the Pandit brings iron Agni Kunda, and there you ignite them with cow dung cakes and some samidhas, etc. But in ancient times, this was the fire of the married man. Then this was the fire. This was the fire of the married man, the Gruhapati. This was the fire where the married man's priest, the Purohit, Advaryu, will give offerings. And the other side of the fire, uh, not being able to show you the entire, but the Dakshinagni, which is there on my right hand side, is where you have the sacrificial cooking, where the sacrificial purodash, the bread. It's a wrong word, but we can say the sacrificial bread, or the best word is bati. Some of you may be knowing dal bati. So that sacrificial bati would be roasted, or milk would be boiled, because it is not boiled in our regular kitchen. It is boiled over there. So at that time, when the Vedi would be raised, it would be she would be regarded as the Mother Earth. And it is the blessed, and it is over here that the gods would come and sit and have their sacrificial, their yadnik ahutis, take their portion. So be it ghee, be it milk, be it the bati portion, at times be it the animal offering also, but they would sit over here, and then they would enjoy the sacrifice. Somaras also they would enjoy, but they would sit over here and enjoy. That is the significance. Yeah, further. Now, in the Indus excavations, there are a number of terracotta figurines, and again you can see the breasts being prominent. The facial figure face is not that much clear. So it is again a sort of worshipping the fertility. There are many such type of, so see the range of goddesses which are there in Hindu Dharma. So you worship the mother goddess over here. Then you have the Usha Devi in the Vedas. Then in the Harappan you have again the mother goddess. Then you have the very idea of the Matrukas, the Sapta Matrukas, uh, and the Indus Saraswati civilization seals also show the seven Matrukas, and then you have the very androgynous. What you can say, the androgynous figure of Ardhanarishwar. So the world is not complete without the Nari. Of course, Purusha is essential, but Nari is also equally important. Therefore, they are there in one form. To give equal importance to the male and the female. Then, of course, you have the Tantra, So you have the Shiva Shakti Yantra. So you have the Devi Tantra, Mantra, Yantra. So the in the temple of the goddess Mahalakshmi of Kolhapur is in the form of a Shri Yantra. Or some of you, so that is the Yantra of the goddess Shri. Then you have again Durga Mahishasura Mardini, and in Bengal you call it as Durga Pujo. So you worship the Shakti. So that also we worship the river goddess. Ganga is the goddess, and then Yamuna is also regarded as the goddess. You have the stotras of Shankaracharya on. So you have the Ganga Ashtaka, you have the Yamuna Ashtaka. In Maharashtra, you have the Godavari. All these are regarded as goddesses. In Krishna is also the god, the river which flows from Mahabaleshwar, Vai, etc. onwards. So you have the great Utsav of Krishna, and she is called Krishna Bai. Godavari is called Goda Ai. Again, see, you are worshipping the mother. You are worshipping femininity. So you have the river as the goddess. You have the trees also as the goddess. And of course, Tantra. And since Tantra is a very huge topic, we are not touching Tantra in this series. We would plan to have Tantra series by calling a very good scholar on Tantra, not a tantric, but a scholar on Tantra. And of course, we'll require sponsorships for that, but we will do it very soon. Uh, so, um, so now, why is the need? Why do you think that goddess worship has emerged? And the idea which is there is that see, it is a psychological need of being very close to the mother. So whether you are a child or whether you are a young man or a woman of 60 years or 80 years, still mother is dear to you. I hope you empathize with my feelings. So in the process of taking birth, where the nature compels the child to push itself, and the mother also does a lot of effort and leave from the mother's womb. So it is a type of leaving the prenatal security, the security which is that the child is very safe in the womb, and all of a sudden, so you can see the image of the child which is there in this manner. The feet are close to its stomach and the hands are folded, and so that is the position of the feeling of security. And when the child is out of the womb, and suppose if we don't tie the child, the bundle of joy, into nice bundle, you can see that the child trembles and moves its hands and doesn't know what to do with its tiny hands and legs. So this is the state of insecurity, and that insecurity is there in our subconscious for years together. So even I would say that uh, my personal experience as a mother that of a 25-year-old girl is that at times she still requires to sleep on my hand, close to my heart. So that feeling which is there, the feeling of security, a psychological security, that is there, and therefore we have mother worship, and that is the reason that motherhood is something which is very important in Hindu rituals, in Hindu culture, and also in Hindu psychology. So so what do we see? We have to think about certain points in which the lecture would move around. That is, what is the feminine principle, which is there during the ancient times in the Vedas? in the Puranas, which is during the medieval period. What is the very concept of Shakti and the creation of the universe? Also, what is the concept of, so abstract concept of goddess, abstract concept of femininity, which is Prakriti, Maya, Shakti, and so on. So, at first, as I come from a Sanskrit background, I will always go to the to what the root, what the word means. So Devi. So Devi is the shining one. Div, to shine, to be effulgent, to be bright. And that brightness is full of energy. And a human being always worships the source of energy. Is it not that we worship the sun god in the morning by chanting the Savitri Gayatri, the number of Gayatris? Therefore, I'm using the word Savitri Gayatri. The Gayatri addressed to Savita, Savitru in Sanskrit. Savitru, the one who impels you to uh, to be put into action. So we worship that power. And when you see that energy, when you see that power, whether it is a Shivalinga, Shivalinga is a type of energy. So that is also the manifestation of power. So you in Hindu Dharma, you can see the manifestation of power in diverse forms. Through idol worship, through worships of symbols. So swastik is a symbol, and that is the manifestation of power. East, west, north, south. And also the Ashtadishas. Therefore, swastik is not just four. Sometimes you have another lines inside. And it is unlimited. You can go on and on and on. So that is the power. There are certain aspects which strike terror and awe. Like, for example, lightning and thunder. Still, though we know the science behind it, still there is some trembling in our hearts. So you have terror and awe. At times there is admiration and reverence. You see the beautiful rain, the green earth, and the waterfalls falling from the mountain. It's admiration and reverence, and to say how beautiful is nature. So some forms are benign, and some forms are malign. As you have the beautiful Lakshmi, you have the ferocious Durga, and you have the terrible Kali. So these are the different aspects of power. The powers to nurture, the powers to protect, and the powers to destroy. And that is what we pray, we appreciate, we worship. We worship origin, we worship sustenance, and we worship the end, the destruction also. That is why Ganesh is worshipped. It is Parthiva Ganesh. So it is the earth, the origin. Then comes Gauri, Gauri Pujan, which is sustenance. Then comes Pitrupaksha, which is destruction. And since for us time is cyclical, we again have creation. So you again have Navaratri. So that is the cycle which is there, which is understood in Hindu Dharma. So in the Vedas, you have goddesses like you have, I would say, consort goddesses. Some goddesses are independent goddesses, some goddesses are consort goddesses. So you have Indra and his wife Indrani or Shachi, Varuna or Varunani. Then there are certain independent deities like Aditi in the Vedas, and Aditi is regarded as the Mother Earth. The unending land is Aditi. And the entire universe is covered by Aditi. That is what is praised in the Vedas. Aditihi Dyauhu, Aditihi Antariksham, Aditihi Jatam, Aditihi Janitvam. So Aditi is the sky, Aditi is the Antariksha, the mid region, Aditi is the earth, Aditi is birth, and Aditi is the action of giving birth also. It's very subtle. So you have the solar goddesses also, which became worshipped in the folk traditions. For example, in Gujarat, you have the Randar Mata. In Khandesh in Maharashtra, you have the Ranubai. You also have the forest goddesses. In the Vedas, you have the Aranyani, the forests. In the north, you have the Pimpalaj Mata, the Khodiyar Mata. These are the examples. And also, there is total abstraction, and that is Saraswati. So, we'll come to Saraswati. Before that, you have a beautiful goddess who is Ushas. Ushas is Usha, which the word you use is Usha. We Sanskritists use the word Ushas. So she's supposed to be a the Vedic Rishis just go on and on describing her beauty. So, so she comes with all her youthfulness. She's ever young, though she's ancient. She doesn't cease to exist. She's always there. Like a divine damsel, she encompasses the entire firmament of the sky. So her loveliness, and why is she worshipped? Because behind her comes her lover, the sun. So it is because of Ushas that the sun comes. So let us praise Ushas, let us keep her happy. Therefore, Ushas is praised in the Vedas, especially in the Rig Veda. As day is praised, night is also praised. It is not the Amavasya. It is the starlit lit night. So she has a dark garment of stars. And with that garment, she covers the entire world and puts everything to rest. However, in the present times, the worship of these two goddesses is not there. You also have the worship of water. Water is also regarded as feminine. So they are the cleansers. This aspect of water as feminine goes throughout our Indian tradition, where you worship rivers not as boys, men. You worship rivers as women, as mothers. Exception is there, the Brahmaputra. There is an exception. Shona, it is an exception. But in general, you can see The river Ganga is worshipped as a Maya, Yamuna. So it is Maya, and every village has got, or every city has got its own Ganga. My maternal home is from Nasik, and I have always remembered my grandfather saying Chala Gangevar Zavya. He will not use the word Godavari, he will say Gangevar Zavya. So that Ganga is there. So this water is associated with cleansing, purifying. It is regarded as sweet. Say in English, you have hard water and soft water. But in Marathi, those who know Marathi, I don't know about other languages, we have khara pani and goda pani. So that sweetness is associated with water in language. So nourishing people on the banks. And when you see the river flowing, the foam looks like milk. So it is the milky water. And by this, the Panchajana, the Vedic Aryans, their lineage grows. It's true, because you see the civilizations growing on the bank. Ancient civilizations have always thrived on the banks of the rivers. You have the Sindhu Saraswati civilization. Egypt, you have Nile. Sumerian, you have Iran, Iraq on the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. So civilizations grow on the banks of rivers. As rivers, you also worship trees. So you have the beautiful forest goddess who allows cattle to graze, who listens to the grasshoppers, the chirping of the birds. It's a beautiful sweet scent in the forest with smooth suds. Have you ever thought of taking a stroll or a trip to the sanctuaries? You can get that feeling. And the forest sustains everything. Therefore, you have the concept of sacred groves in Maharashtra, the Devarais. So here, the forest is regarded as a female. Therefore, the goddess is Aranyani. It is not Aranyam. It is Aranyani, a separate female deity. Trees, they are also worshipped, being the place of Yakshanis. And therefore, you call it as Pimpraj Mata. They are worshipped for long life. They are worshipped for children. So you get tree worship. Then it is actually because the female spirits reside in trees. Therefore, you get progeny. Therefore, you get long life. You have the episode of Satyavan Savitri in the Mahabharata. So you have tree worship, which is again a type of female worship. So you have the concept in later Vedic, the post in classical Sanskrit literature also. You have the Vana Devata. She is not Vanadev. She is Vana Devata, female. And in the beautiful Abhijdan Shakuntala was the child of the forest. So when she decided to go to her husband's place, all the forest deities gathered together and gave her beautiful garments and beautiful jewelry. This is how that femininity is expressed in our tradition. So, from the Vedas, let us travel to the Puranas. You have three main consorts: Brahma, Saraswati. At times, Brahma Savitri is also there. Brahma Saraswati, Vishnu Lakshmi, Shiva Parvati. There are lots and lots of stories about these goddesses when you would try to explore the Puranas. Also, you have Ram Sita, you have Radha Krishna. In Maharashtra, you have Vitthal Rakhumai. You have Shiva Parvati, Kashi, where Annapurna is praised as Kashi Puradishwari by Shankaracharya. So apart from, so consort, these are known as consort goddesses, wives. Consort goddesses are worshipped, and also independent goddesses are also worshipped. The ideal example is Durga, independent goddess. Kali, independent. Of course, you would say that Lord Shiva lies below below her feet. That's that. You have the Shakti Pithas. The goddesses are independent goddesses. So goddesses have displayed constructive as well as destructive powers. So certain diseases are also termed as goddesses, and this is the Sanskrit list. But see, even today, when there is chicken pox, you say in Hindi, I have heard the use Mata Nikalna. Okay, Mata Nikalna. So that is there in Hindi. In the Maharashtrian tradition, after the chicken pox boils, they subside. The child is given bath. It is a disease for children. It is actually not the disease of older people. So the child is given bath with with neem leaves, and is taken to the temple of the goddess called Shitala or Sitala. You have a session on Shitala Devi of Mahi. So even you have the idea of Jari Ai, Mari Ai. There are places in Mumbai called Jari Mari. What is Jari Mari? So Jari is the goddess which gives you long life, and Mari is the goddess which gives you death. Jari originates from the word Jara, old age. Therefore, you have Jari. So for them, you have the rituals of pacification. When I was at Tulsapur, and when the goddess Tulsa Bhavani is worshipped, uh, milk is given. Milk mixed with banana, and she's constantly bathed with milk, with curds, with banana. So I asked, why is it so? So the Purohit said, she is the angry goddess, Mahishasura Mardini. So she needs to be pacified, and therefore, with cooling uh, offerings, she is being worshipped. Even rivers are also worshipped to avoid floods. So those regular worships are there for the rivers also. So you have the worshipping of the benign and the worshipping of the malign, both good and bad. Sometimes Devi appears to be unified with different energies. So it is the Trikala used in the Varaha Purana. P stands for Purana. You have the Brahmi, who is bright, creative, Sattva Guna Sampanna, Vaishnavi, the red one, red colored, Rajoguna Sampanna, very protective in nature, and Raudri, the black colored, destructive in nature. So the Charachara Jagat pervades this goddess. She is good to the good and evil to the evil. She is the protective goddess. And therefore, so she is the goddess of, so goddess is associated with origin, sustenance, and destruction. Now we'll move to a very different part of Devi. And that is the, the abstract concept of the divine feminine principle. So we have the reference to Prakriti. And Prakriti is, see, Prakriti in Hindi, if you translate, some of you would say Prakriti is nature, but that is the modern equivalence of the word nature. English word nature is given the Sanskrit word Prakriti in the modern times. And nature in the sense, the environment. Okay? But Prakriti means nature, nature of a human being, nature of a living entity. So, naturally, she's tripartite. The Sankhya philosophy uses Prakriti, which is three in nature. So, she has Sattva Guna, she has Rajo Guna, and she has Tamo Guna. Let me tell you, all these three are important in for creation. So with these three, the five sensory organs, which is, your Bhagavad Gita says, Shrotram Chakshusparshanam cha rasanam granameva cha. Shrotra, Chakshu, Sparsha, Rasa, Grana. The five organs of action. Vak, Pada, Pani, Payu, Upastha. Vak is speech. Pada, feet. Pani, hands. Payu is the organ of urination and Upastha is the organ of excretion. They are created. The five principles, the five principal elements. Panchamahabhutas, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the empty space, void. That is also created by Prakriti. So you have Prakriti even in the space where nothing is there. No gravity, nothing, but still Prakriti exists. That is the idea. So Devi exists in space also is the concept. Where nothing is there also, you have the feminine principle, which is the origin of nothing. A totally unique and abstract concept, how nothing can originate, but still there nothing exists. Very contradictory. So these are the gunas. These are the Panchamahabhutas. Each Mahabhuta has its own quality. The Akasha gives you Shabda. Sound travels in space. So the sound of the universe is Om. This is a tradition. That is Akasha, again created by Prakriti. Air tells you the touch. The touch. Therefore, you feel hot and cold. Therefore, you understand the change of climate. Who created it? Prakriti, the feminine principle. Fire has got a specific form with its flames going upwards. Even if you turn fire upside down, again the flames will go upwards. Roop, that is form. Water. Water gives you taste. Saliva is water. Tongue gives you taste, I know. But without saliva, if your mouth is dry, do you feel the taste? The water principle. And odor or fragrance or scent. That is the earth principle. Earth has got its own smell. Now, some of you would say, no, it is the bacteria which, so in rain falls, you get the beautiful smell of the rain, of the earth. It is bacteria. But that bacteria is there in the earth. If the earth was not there, where would the bacteria survive? All this has been created by Prakriti, the feminine principle. The entire universe, therefore, is because of the active feminine principle. Female is always understood to be active. The Purusha is passive. In this way, you see the concept of Prakriti in the Indian tradition. The Sankhya philosophy, you have the 6 systems of philosophy in Hindu Dharma. What is Hindu philosophy? It is not just Vedanta, Vedanta, Vedanta. Vedas. 6 systems are there. Or yoga, no, 6 are there. Then you also have a female concept. And the female concept is, as I told you, it is benign and malign. You have the concept of Maya. What is Maya? Maya is illusion. Something which veils. Ignorance. Again, avidya, ignorance. Unreal, Maya. Therefore, whatever the Jadugar does, the word Maya Jala is used. It is something which is impermanent. Completely. So, in darkness, if you just move about and you feel that there is something wriggling around and you get scared and you feel there's a snake. But when you get light and if you see a snake, you try to find out where can I get a stick so that I can hit the snake. But when there is light, you realize, oh, that's just a rope. The feeling of the understanding of the rope, understanding of the snake in the place of rope is the concept of Maya. So Sat Asat Tirodhana Kari Vichitra Vikshepa Kari is Maya. So whatever is truth, that is veiled by it, veiled by her, covered by her. Sat Asat Tirodhana. Tirodhana means to cover. Vichitra Vikshepa, strange forms. So that is Maya. And a positive form, a female form, the divine form is Leela, which is the sport of the god, which is there in the Bhagavad Puran. So the beauty of Lord Krishna is his Leelas. The way he stands, the way he walks, the way he dances, the way he moves around the gopis, the way he steals butter, everything. This is the feminine principle again. Leela, the benign principle. Then you also have the concept of Shakti. From the Dhatu Shaka, to be capable. And Shakti is the source of energy. From this, the word Shakta has emerged. From this, the word Shakti Pita has emerged. It is the power to destroy the evil and protect the devotees. This is the capacity in which Ma Vaishno Devi is worshipped. Destruction of evil. Durga is worshipped. Chandamunda Nashini, Asura Mardini. And protection, protecting her devotees. And then she is worshipped as Ashtabhuja. Ashtabhuja stands for, yes, in the images you have those 18 hands. Some have 8, some have 18, some have 10. The number varies. Images are there. But this means that the goddess is a multi-talented person, a multi-talented divinity, having utpatti, sthiti, and laya in one. Male deities, you have utpatti with Brahmadev, sthiti with Vishnu, and laya with Rudra or Shiva. 3. But here, the Devi, the Ashtabhuja, the Ashtadasha Bhuja has got Utpatti, Sthiti and Laya all in one. So she's equipped with, so she's shown with multiple arms. As you have the concept of protective principle, you have got weapons which were used during ancient times. Modern Navy may have some missile, tanker, AK-47. Modern Navy may have like these forms also, but ancient weapons are there. So they were displayed. So this indicates the single-minded determination. That is what is going to be our take home. So in a nutshell, you can see terror, awe, respect, reverence. So you have human, demonic, divine forms. All these are worshipped by human being in Devi. You have the Vedic abstract goddesses like Aditi, Apaha, Vachaha, that is Saraswati. Then you have concrete goddess also. You have Apaha, which is water, Ushas Ratri, Aranyani. Now, these are not existing in the Puranas. Aditi is there, but she is a very minor goddess, the mother of the gods, especially worshipped in the, especially referred to in the Vamana Avatar. Vach is also worshipped in the form of Saraswati, also known as Vakdevi. In the Vedas, you do have Vani as an independent goddess. There is an entire sukta called the Vagamruniya Sukta, which has got a very mystical meaning, a very beautiful meaning. You have 4 Vaks. The Paravak, which is there in your Swadhisthana Chakra. Sorry, the chakra below the Nabhi. Pashyanti Vak is in your Nabhi. Madhyama is in your heart. And Vaikhari, which emerges from your mouth, is your speech, the concrete sound. Therefore, the action of speaking is not just restricted over here. It is right from the inner organs. And therefore, speech has got tremendous value. Therefore, in our tradition, suppose if somebody utters something and says, my words won't be untrue, they would be true. That is the significance, because the effort is right from the inner organs of the body. So speech is also a feminine aspect. Those who are Maharashtrians would know a very traditional Maharashtrians would know a very important Manase shlok, where it is said, Prabhate mani Rama chintita java, pudhe vaikhari Rama adhi vadava. In the morning you recite the word, you think of Ramdas Swami, so obviously he will think of Ram. Ramachintita java, think of Ram right from the morning. Vaikhari is there. But Ram should be uttered before that Vaikhari. Yeah, Sheila, I'll take the questions a bit later.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm coming to the end. I'll just take the questions a bit later. So you have the Vak. And so in this way, you have Shakti, Prakriti, Maya, the multiple arms of the goddess, and the different aspects which are there, and you will be learning them. You'll be listening to these in the course of your in the course of the Devi lecture series. I hope you will enjoy this lecture series and would demand for more and stay in touch with us. So I'll stop over here. It's 8 o'clock, and so thank you, all of you. So you have so my acknowledgements to Dr. Gauri Mahulikar and also Dr. Sridhar Vasudevan Iyer. His lecture is there tomorrow. Who have organized this presentation, and so thank you very much. I'm open to questions for some 5-10 minutes, and then we can disperse for today. Thank you. Yeah, Sheila, you had raised a hand.
Yeah, I don't have any question. Just I
So
want
I
to
can,
ask that.
so you can show your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to ask that goddess of Vak means Vageshwari, and we have
Yeah.
one very beautiful song sung by Asha Bhosle, Jay Sharade
Yes, Jaya
Vageshwari.
Sharade Vageshwari. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this related with this?
Sorry?
With this goddess? That song is related with the goddess of Vak, Vageshwari?
Yeah. Yeah. It is related with Sharada as Saraswati as Vageshwari. And see now how sometimes you can see the tradition very contradictory.
Mm-hmm.
She said Vidhi Kanyake.
Yeah,
Now
Vidhi
somewhere it is
Karnataka.
Brahma's wife is Saraswati.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is Brahma's daughter is Saraswati. So you get such kind of contradictions which are there in Hindu Dharma. It depends on
Mm-hmm.
person to the insight of the person to person, insight of the
Okay.
poet, the insight of the Rishi, that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. That was my concern. That song is related
yeah,
with
thank you. Thank
Vageshwari.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Very nice teaching. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah, uh so thank you very much. And in due course of time, surely we will have more and more questions to come. And I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. And let us meet again. Yeah, see Rao, you have raised your hand. Yeah, see Rao. Okay, is it may be, yeah, Prachi Shukla. You can unmute yourself.
मॅडम मराठीतनं विचारू का?
हो.
मला असं म्हणायचं, आता तुम्ही हे गॉडेसीचं एवढं हे सांगितलं, इन्साइट बद्दल बोललात तुम्ही, इतकी मल्टी टॅलेंटेड मल्टीटास्कर फिमेल असते, वुमन असते,
बरोबर.
इतकं सगळं असून पण अत्याचार तिच्यावरती जास्त होतात आणि मग ती स्वतःचं संरक्षण का नाही करू शकत? म्हणजे आता अशा दृष्टीने विचार केला तर खरं इतकं सगळं तिच्यामध्ये असताना तिने तिचं स्वतःचं संरक्षण तिला करता आलं पाहिजे, पण ते होत नाही. असं का होतं पण मग?
नाही होत. बरोबर आहे.
हम्म.
हा आपल्या परस्पर विरोध असलेली ही बाब आहे. आणि त्याचं कारण असं आहे की आपल्या संस्कृतीमध्ये आपण स्त्रीला देवी म्हणून पुजतो. पण जेव्हा आपल्या घरामध्ये जेव्हा आपण आपल्या मुलांवरती संस्कार करतो, त्यावेळेला ते जे मुलांवरती झालेले संस्कार आहेत ते बाईकडे देवी म्हणून बघायच्या ऐवजी बाईकडे भोगवस्तू म्हणून बघा असं झालेलं असतं.
अच्छा.
हा एक पहिला मुद्दा आहे.
हा, पण म्हणजे आता इतकं वैदिक सनातन याच्यापासून
नाही, आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे आपण एक लक्षात घेत नाही की अनंत काळापासनं आपल्यावरती जी मोठ्या प्रमाणावरती आक्रमणं झाली आणि त्या आक्रमणांमध्ये एक भाग जो होता तो असा होता, म्हणजे जर तुम्ही काही हे बघितलं असेल किंवा वाचलं असेल
हो, माहिती आहे
की
ते. बरोबर आहे.
स्त्रियांवरती नुसता ते पळवून न्यायचं म्हणजे नक्की काय करायचे की फक्त अत्याचार नाहीये, तर त्यांना गुलामांच्या बाजारामध्ये विकायचे.
हो.
आलं लक्षात?
हो हो.
आणि त्यामुळे मग स्त्रीचं कार्यक्षेत्र हे अधिकाधिक प्रमाणात घर झाल्यामुळे एक प्रकारचा तुम्ही जर फक्त 4 भिंतींमध्येच राहिलात तर तुमची मानसिकता कशी होते याचा विचार करा.
पण सुप्त
आणि
गुण
ही जी मानसिकता आहे ही किती शतकं चालू होती आणि त्यामुळे ती स्वतःच जी शक्ती जी काही आहे ती वापरू शकली नाही. हा एक भाग जो काही आहे हा खूप महत्वाचा आहे.
पण सुप्त
म्हणजे
गुण जे
एक
असतात
उदाहरण
ती
तुम्हाला सांगते की स्त्री घरात राहायचं उदाहरण असं
हम्म
की तुम्ही चपला म्हणालात ना, तर इतके अनेक वर्ष पुरुषांकडे चपला होत्या, बायकांसाठी चपला नव्हत्या. कारण
हम्म.
बाईला चपलांची गरजच कुठे?
बाहेर पडतच नाही म्हणून. हम्म.
हा, साधं
हम्म.
सोपं उदाहरण आहे.
हम्म.
या
नाही पण
गोष्टी
मला
म्हणजे
असं म्हणायचं
हे
मॅडम,
असं झालं म्हणून
नाही
ते
पण मला असं म्हणायचं,
अत्याचार किंवा ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आणि मग ते अजूनही चालू आहे, अजूनही तशीच मानसिकता आहे.
मी एक वेगळा शेर देऊ का?
असं आहे. या
मला असं म्हणायचं मॅडम की सुप्त गुण जे आहेत ना, तर ते यायला पाहिजे आणि त्याच्यासाठी स्त्रियांना कणखर बनवण्यासाठी काहीतरी एक मोटिव्ह बनवला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून त्यांच्या अंगातले जे सुप्त हे आहेत गुण
हो आहे ना,
वाढले
म्हणजे
पाहिजे.
आपल्याकडे
जेणेकरून आता हे जे लव जिहाद वगैरे होतं
गव्हर्नमेंट
ना,
ऑफ महाराष्ट्राच्या आणि भारत सरकारच्या भरपूर योजना आहेत. विद्यापीठ सुद्धा काही योजना राबवत आहे. ह्या गोष्टी सगळ्या होतात. या
तर
ठीक आहे.
याच्यामुळे लव
नीती
लव जिहाद वगैरे हे सगळे मॅटर होत आहेत ना सगळे, त्याच्यासाठी स्वतःहून स्त्री आधी स्वतः कणखर बनली पाहिजे. तिला या सगळ्या गोष्टी समजल्या पाहिजेत,
हो
धर्म कळला
हो
पाहिजे,
हो हो खरंय खरंय
खरंच
खरंय.
काम करण्याची
या
गरज आहे.
नीती ठीक आहे
Ye-
ठीक आहे. येस नीती.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I don't know whether it's within the scope of this lecture or not, but क्योंकि हम सब लाइक माइंडेड लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हैं, तो मतलब एक हमारे मतलब, और मुझे एक्चुअली लास्ट कम्युनिकेशन समझ नहीं आया बिकॉज मेरी मराठी डिस्पाइट 12 साल
हाँ
बाद भी अच्छी नहीं है. बट मैम एक बहुत
अच्छा
टिपिकल सी बात हम लोगों को बोली जाती है, खासकर मतलब मैंने महाराष्ट्र में थोड़ा एनवायरनमेंट डिफरेंट देखा है, बट दिल्ली में नॉर्थ के अंदर हमको ज़्यादा ही इंटेलेक्चुअल होते हैं और मॉडर्न होने की कोशिश करते हैं. तो कि यार तुम देवी की पूजा करते हो, मारते रहते हो ना, स्टफ लाइक दैट, इट्स वेरी कॉमन, मतलब
हम्म
जो बोली जाती है.
हम्म हम्म
तो मैम
हम्म
नॉर्मली यही कि एक आइडियलिस्टिक सिचुएशन तो ये कि एक संभ्रांत परिवार से अगर आप हैं, आप सबसे ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट
हम्म,
अपनी मदर की ही करते हो, चाहे अपनी बीवी की
हाँ
उतनी नहीं करते हो, और अपनी बेटी की भी बहुत करते हो, अपनी बहन की तो बहुत ज्यादा ही करते हो, शायद जरूरत से ज्यादा ही करते हो. सो हम लोग
हम्म
जब भी कोई चीज जैसे एक बहुत ही कटाश हम पे डाला जाता है, खासकर अभी जैसे नवरात्रे चल रहे हैं, और मतलब इवन जब चैत्र के भी चलते हैं जो नॉर्थ में बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, तो दे विल बी सम पीपल हु विल पुट अप दिस की वैसे माँ को घर से बाहर निकाल देते हो और वैसे तुम देवी माता कहते रहते हो. यू नो द पीपल हु फॉलो सर्टन सेक्ट, और जो मतलब अब अपने आप को हिंदू नहीं मानते हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल मानते हैं, यू नो एंड ऑल दैट. तो ये एक
हम्म
कटाक्ष बहुत ज्यादा चलता है कि तुम ये
हम्म,
क्या बात हुई. ये कोई विरोधाभास नहीं है, मतलब जैसे हम बोला
हाँ
जाए, इट्स नॉट लाइक दिस अ डिस्क्रिपेंसी इन दैट. ऑब्वियसली हम जैसे हम बच्चे को बोलते हैं झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए, और होमवर्क वो जब नहीं करता तो बोल देना, मैम को बोलना कि कल ये हो गया था, लाइट चली गई थी. इट डजंट मीन कि
या
टीचिंग अ
या
चाइल्ड की तो झूठ बोल. हम घर में उसको पैदा होते झूठ बोलना, या
करेक्ट करेक्ट
हम बोलेंगे बड़ों
राइट
को
राइट
रिस्पेक्ट करे, बाद में बोलेंगे दादी को बोलो ये है नहीं है. इट डजंट मीन कि हम उसे
यस
ये
यस यस
मतलब एक हमारी आइडियल सिचुएशन होती है, और एक हमारी
हाँ
प्रैक्टिकल, और हमारा अपनी जो प्रकृति है, हमारा जो अपना इंडिविजुअल नेचर है, जो हमारा अपना इंडिविजुअल नेचर और प्रैक्टिकलिटी से हम और जो हमारी एक आइडियल सिचुएशन है वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो सकती है. मतलब
हाँ
जैसे कि ना जो मैंने वो डाला भी था उसके अंदर कि
या
जैसे ये
ठीक है.
डिवोर्स होते हैं,
या
डिवोर्स होते हैं,
नीति
वो
जी
भी हवन कहते
और
हैं.
भी कोई लोगों को सवाल है.
हाँ जी, नहीं नहीं,
Right,
सॉरी
we'll
सॉरी
have a discussion. We'll have a
थैंक यू
discussion.
मैम, थैंक यू मैम, थैंक
Yes,
यू.
yeah. Those who don't have questions, yeah, that's okay. Can we leave? Okay, you can leave. No issues. Yeah, Bina, Biani,
या
you have a question?
अब मुझे एक बात मन में आई कि नारी के अंदर कितनी शक्ति है. बड़े बड़े युद्ध जो हुए हैं इतिहास में, उनके पीछे कहीं नारी का हाथ भी रहा है, और पुरुष
हाँ
ऑलवेज उसके दास रहते हैं, और त्रिया हट के आगे बहुत कुछ हो जाता है, लाइक कैकेयी,
हाँ
मैनी थिंग्स.
हाँ 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 हाँ. Yeah, yeah, yes. So, okay then. We'll stop over here. And tomorrow we'll have a lecture by Dr. Sridhar Vasudevan Iyer. And the link will be the same link which is there. We will meet on the Zoom platform. Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
I thank our director, Dr. Ravikant Sagde sir, for being present throughout the session. And thank you, all of you. Yeah. Shubharatri.
थैंक यू मैम.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.